there. Now this should not have oil inside of there. This gasket is to keep water out, dust out. All right, we will pull these two sensors off. 22mm wrench for this one here. This one looks a little bit bigger, so. All right, those two sensors are off. We've got 1 1/16" here. Pull this one, and we'll pull this one. Okay, both of those are off now. 8mm bolts. I'll just tell you quick how you get this back in. You run, and that spreads that clutch out. Okay, that spreads this secondary clutch out, so you're able to get that belt clear down in there, and then you're able to push this clutch on. You will not be able to get this clutch on without doing this, so make sure you run these bolts in so that this sheave and this plate here will sit far enough that this gear can run in past those splines there. So I'm going to do this again so you can see here. So we're clutches like this. If you spin it, it'll work its way out. So okay, right now, okay, so putting this clutch back together, 2 bolts here. This is if you have to take either one of these clutches off, you'll need to do this. Okay, so run bolts in there. Pin those clear down so that this clutch opens up. Spread that, push that belt in like that, and then you're able to sit this down. Okay, it's important, otherwise this bolt will not be seated all the way. You'll run it in, if you're going down the road, the clutch will fully expand, and it'll run that nut right off of there. So you want to make sure you do that when you're going back together. Here's the movable clutch sheave, and then here's a spacer here, and this is the fixed clutch sheave. And we can run that belt off of there. And we'll take these bolts out. This is the secondary clutch, and this is the primary clutch here, and this is the fixed sheave. These splines will have to line up to pull it off here. Okay, now we'll remove this plate. 3 Phillips head screws. Next, we'll remove what's called the outer crankcase cover. That's all these bolts here, all these 8mm bolts here, and that'll allow us to get to the centrifugal clutch, which is this right here. So 8mm bolts all the way around this one. And there was 15 bolts on this one. And that will allow you to pull this clutch off, and now there will be oil down in this one. Alright, and we've got your centrifugal clutch here, your outer housing here, one-way bearing here, gear position sensor here, centrifugal clutch, so you can see it. Gear position sensor here, centrifugal clutch shoe pack assembly here. We've got your oil pump here. So we will, and then you can see your cam chain is back behind there. Alright, we will pull this centrifugal clutch and this sensor here. Alright, that's your gear position sensor. 24mm there. And we'll keep this from spinning. Again, we don't want to break that case when that cam chain spins on there. So, okay, this is reverse threaded, so that means turn it clockwise to remove it. So when they do that, so it doesn't loosen up while you're going.